Hey you! Yes, you. The person whose veins are currently pulsing with life. When was the last time you really thought about your blood? Not the romantic metaphors like blood boiling, but its very essence. What it actually says about you. Because your blood type isn't just a line in your medical record. It's an ancient biological passport, an imprint of evolution passed down from generation to generation. It's a code of survival, migrations, and adaptation, encrypted in every cell. It holds the history of humanity, who we are, where we came from, and what trials our ancestors endured. Let's figure out what your blood really says about you, without mysticism, but with a drop of scientific wonder. O positive, O plus, the blood of the ancient warrior. Close your eyes and imagine. Earth before cities, before borders and states. Just tribes of hunters and gatherers living in a world where survival was a daily quest. Most of them had type O plus blood flowing in their veins. This is humanity's basic model, our biological default setting. Today, O plus remains the most common type, found in about 38 to 40% of the planet's population. Why does it dominate? Because it's the blood of the resilient, the adapted, and the universal. In medicine, it's valued for its ability to save lives. O plus can be transfused to any person with a positive rhesus factor, A plus, B plus, AB plus, and O plus. This is the blood most often used for emergency transfusions. But universality has its price. Research shows that carriers of O plus less frequently suffer from age-related neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Their blood literally protects their brain. But at the same time, they more often encounter stomach ulcers. The Helicobacter pylori bacteria adores the O type and clings more easily to its mucous membrane. And its blood behaves a little differently. It's less thick. This reduces the risk of blood clots and heart attacks, but makes stopping bleeding during injuries more difficult. One vial holds both the blessing and the curse of evolution. A positive. A plus, the blood of civilization. If O is the blood of the surviving hunter, then A plus is the blood of the creator, the builder, the organizer. It emerged later when humans transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to agriculture, when the first villages, livestock, bred, and diseases born from overcrowding. That's when the A antigen appeared, as a natural adaptation to new infections. Since then, this blood type has become the second most common. About 30% of the people on the planet have A+.
Medically, it's a workhorse. Finding an A+ donor is easier than finding rare types, and transfusions are performed without much difficulty. But here, too, there are biological surprises. Blood cells with the A antigen tend to clump together, hence the increased risk of thrombosis, strokes, and heart disease. Psychophysiologists add another detail. People with A+ have higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. In ancient times, this helped them act quickly, stay alert, and make decisions in a crisis. But in the modern world, with its deadlines, traffic, and constant notifications, this turns into chronic tension. You could say you carry within you the biological memory of civilization, and its stress too. B positive, the blood of the eternal nomad. While the first farmers settled down, others raced across the steppes of Central Asia and the Middle East. This is how type B+ came into being, now found in about 10% of the population. This is the blood of travelers, adapted to constant movement, changing climates, and diets. Evolution rewarded them with powerful immunity. If O+ is the universal soldier, then B+ is the special forces. These people are less likely to catch certain types of bacterial infections. But there's a flip side. Their immune system can be overactive. Because of this, carriers of type B more frequently encounter autoimmune and inflammatory diseases. The body sometimes attacks itself. This blood type has also left its mark on metabolism. Research shows that people with B+ metabolize carbohydrates and fats differently. Their bodies seem to remember the nomad's diet, rich in meat and dairy products. In the modern world, with its abundance of sugar and fast carbs, this can lead to metabolic disorders. A paradox of ancient endurance that doesn't always fit the rhythm of the 21st century. AB positive, the modern hybrid. Now imagine, a hunter and a farmer meet, and unite. The result is AB+, the rarest of the positive blood types, about 4%. This isn't an ancient trace, but a relatively new mixture arising from the interaction of populations. AB+ is a biological paradox. People with this type are universal recipients. They can receive any positive blood. In emergencies, this is almost a superpower. But such universality comes at a cost. The AB+ immune system is overly friendly. It's less aggressive than others, making the body more vulnerable to infections like E. coli and Salmonella. And another alarming point, research from the Harvard School of Public Health showed that people with AB+ have an 80% higher risk of age-related cognitive impairment. Perhaps the price for this biological flexibility is weak brain protection.
O negative, the hero without a name. Now meet the real hero. O negative is a rare type, about 6 to 7% of the population, but its importance cannot be overstated. Its red blood cells carry neither A nor B antigens nor the rhesus factor. They are a clean biological slate. This makes O negative the universal donor. In emergency medicine, when every second counts and there's no time to determine blood type, doctors always use it. Every drop of this blood can save any person, wherever they are. But for the carriers themselves, this is a heavy gift. They can give to everyone, but can only receive from fellow O-negative donors. Their donor base is tiny. Furthermore, like O-positive, they are more susceptible to severe intestinal infections. For women with O-negative, there's another risk, during pregnancy. If the child inherits a positive rhesus factor, the mother's body might perceive it as a threat and start producing antibodies. That's why in modern obstetrics, O-negative is under special control. This is the blood of saviors, but with its own fragile price. A-negative, the fragile creator. Fewer than 2% of people have A-negative. It's a combination of the farmer's A antigen and a negative rhesus factor. In medicine, it causes constant concern. Supplies are almost non-existent, yet the need remains. People with A-negative can only receive blood from A-negative or O-negative donors. Their safety net is minimal. And when it comes to pregnancy, the same risks as O-negative, a potential conflict between mother and child due to the rhesus factor. It's symbolic that the blood of the builders of civilization, in this version, becomes the most vulnerable, the strength of creation and the fragility of existence in one vial. B-negative, the rare nomad. This type is found in only 1% of people, a true biological rarity. In disaster situations, finding a compatible donor for B-negative is almost a mission impossible. Blood banks store every bag under special control. B-negative is the nomad, adapted to a life in motion. Its blood carries the trace of ancient tribes that crossed continents. But in the modern world, such blood turns its owner into a commodity in short supply. Medicine treats them almost as a strategic resource. Every B-negative donor can save a specific, limited circle of people, uniqueness bordering on isolation. AB-negative, the ghost of rarity. And finally, the king of rarity. AB-negative is found in less than 0.5% of people. The chance of meeting a person with this blood is like winning the biological lottery.
The red blood cells of AB-negative are only compatible with other negative donors, O-negative, A-negative, B-negative, AB-negative. But here's the paradox. The plasma of these people is universal. It can be transfused to any patient, regardless of blood type. Therefore, AB-negative plasma is considered one of the most valuable resources in global transfusion medicine. So it turns out the carrier of AB-negative is an almost mythical character, a person who cannot receive blood from the majority, but is capable of saving everyone with their plasma. So, have you found out your blood type yet? Tell me in the comments, which fact surprised you the most? Maybe you're that universal donor, or the possessor of the rarest blood on the planet? If you enjoyed deciphering the secret codes of the body, you've come to the right place. Subscribe, hit the bell, and be sure to check out the video about the hidden superpowers your eye color can reveal. Grinning, thanks for being part of this bloody party, And remember, the history of humanity lives in every drop of your blood.